Hey everyone, so Mally's in kind of a cranky mood, so let's see if he'll let me film this. But okay, go to my bathroom just so I can see if maybe I can get some peace for making this video. So, our RE appointment was not supposed to be scheduled until April 18th. That's when it was scheduled for. And I guess when Mark had called to schedule it, he had asked them to put us on a list. So if there was a cancellation, that they would call us. Totally not expecting to ever receive a call for that because it's a fertility clinic and, there's a lot of people ahead of us. On Friday, I got the call that there was an opening, there was a cancellation. I was like, oh, okay, I'm all for that. And she's like, it's Monday. And I was like, whoa, okay. So I ran outside to tell Mark, and he was like, I don't think I can get Monday off from work. And I was like, okay. And I was bummed because I had hung up the lady. I was like, please just let me call you right back. Like, please don't call someone else. Let me find out for sure. And so I was bummed, of course. And then Mark comes in and says, oh, I got it worked out. And he said this right before I was calling the lady back. Oh, there's Mally. He said this right before I was calling the lady back. And I was like, are you serious? He's like, yep, I have to come in as soon as we get back because it's 2 hours away. But I can have the time off to go to the appointment. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay. So we went in today, and we went in with the intent of, sorry, toddler. We went in with the intent of asking, and then he closes it again. We went in with the intent of asking if I could start on Femara and just kind of see what happened. They wanted to check my AMH levels. Those will take a couple days to get back because they actually outsource those tests. And then Mark had a repeat semen analysis. We were questioning whether or not to even do the semen analysis because his count was so low last time. We used frozen samples for our IUI with Malachi, and so we weren't super optimistic. And he's like, honestly, what do you think it's going to be? I said, I think it's going to be about 1.4, maybe 10% motility, or just complete nothing. And I was being honest, and he's like, maybe it'll just be amazing. I was like, that'd be great. Because I had started him on some vitamins, and I will actually show you what he is on because the doctor recommended fertility blend, so I've added that to it as of today. So I will do a separate video to show you what all we are taking, the both of us. But we just talked to the doctor and said, is there any way for us to just do like Femara for me and then see if I can get ovulating and see if we can conceive on our own without all the extra stuff. And he's like, yeah, we can do that. Well, the plan was, after we talked it out with the doctor, was to see what Mark's count was. And if it was super low, then we would obviously just proceed with more advanced treatment. So I went back, I had my AMH tested, and then Mark went back and had his semen analysis. And they said, okay, well, this should be back within a couple of hours. They still have another test that will take a couple of weeks. It's a DNA fragmentation test, and they have to send that out. So it takes a couple of weeks. But we were on our way home, and I got a phone call from the clinic. And so she just started talking, and she was like, okay, so, a lot of his numbers were low, and I was just like, okay, I'm expecting that, but she's not saying that there's nothing there, so that's good. And she just started saying the numbers, and my jaw dropped. And Mark's like, that must be good, because they were on the low end, but they were 3 times what they were at his last semen analysis. So at his last analysis, in 2012, November 2012, it was 2.6 million with 20% motility, and we did not know what the morphology was. They never told us. And even when the nurse was looking today back at those results, she couldn't find it. So I don't think they checked the morphology. So she was telling me these results, and I had in the back of my mind his old results. So 2.6 million, 20%. That was in 2012, November 2012. I've had Mark on supplements to increase his numbers and to kind of help out. You have got to stop doing that. You've got to stop doing that. No more. No more. I'm not opening it again. Okay? No more. So, Malachi, I'm serious. Okay. So I totally lost my train of thought. I'm just gonna close it again. Okay. So she was telling me the numbers, and she says, so the total count was 15 million. And I was like, oh, what? And she was like, and 6.4 million of that is motile. I was like, are you kidding me? He had 2.6 motile last time, and it was only 4 million total. And so she's like, yeah, he's going in the right direction. And she said, so those are on low ends, obviously. Those are low. But she's like, but his morphology was 2%. She said we look for 3 to 5%. So it was a bit low, but not horrible. And then she said, now his motility, we look for 40% at standard range. And I was thinking, oh, here it is, And she's like, and his motility was 41%. I was like, are you kidding me? 41%? And she's like, now I'm looking over what your plan is. She says, so you guys are going to do the Femara and, well, she said letrozole because, it's a generic. And she said, so you're going to do the letrozole and try it home. I was like, yeah, that's the plan. She's like, honestly, with the numbers the way they are, I think you'll have success with that. And I was in my seat in the car on the way home, buckled in, trying to jump for joy because I was like, this is the first time I've ever heard that we have a chance of conceiving with very minimal help. So Mark was excited. I was excited. We high-fived in the car, and he just looked down at his little guys and was like, yeah, good job, guys. And it was so exciting. I was so happy. So he is on Fertility Blend and a bunch of other vitamins, and they actually say that you can double the dose the first couple months for faster results. Well, a lot of the stuff that's in it, he was already taking. There's some things that are in it that he wasn't taking, and so I've already got this vitamins on hand, so I'm just going to use up the rest of what I have, and then we'll see how he's doing, and maybe I'll be pregnant. And so I'm excited because he hasn't been taking the vitamins that long, actually. So I can only see them getting better. And even with the numbers as they stand, she seemed very optimistic. And so I'm excited. So I'm on cycle day 30. Since I've lost 40 pounds, I have 32-day cycles. And so my period is due Wednesday. And so on Wednesday, I call and get my cycle day 3 ultrasound set up if my period comes on Wednesday. Who knows? With all this excitement, she might try to stay late. I don't know. So I am going to call Wednesday if it comes again and set up my ultrasound. They're going to make sure that I don't have any cysts. And if I don't, then I get the go-ahead and I start Femara. Since it took me a very long time to ovulate or to even produce eggs with my IUI with Malachi, I was on 100 milligrams of Clomid, followed by 5 milligrams of Femara, followed by 75 milligrams of, 7.5 milligrams of Femara, and then got 2 follicles. So the standard, he said, was 5 days for Femara. He's putting me on 7.5 for 7, and then he just wants me to take OPKs. And I mentioned that I was thinking of getting a NovaQ fertility monitor, and he thought that was a great idea. So I think I'm gonna get that. I think I'm gonna get that. So he's like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. And so that is the plan. And then if this coming cycle is unsuccessful, then they will do another ultrasound on cycle day 3 just to make sure that I haven't developed any cyst. And if that's clear, then the likelihood of me developing cyst on femora is slim. So then he would just do LH tests. What? No, do not hit that. No. What's under your foot? Do you not know? Smelly. What is it, Mama? He doesn't know. He's just kind of grumpy. So that is the plan. I'm excited and I'm optimistic. I'm so optimistic. Okay, so I have this little like TTC arsenal thing that I've had, and I'll show it to you quick. So this is it. I have a little pee cup that I only use for tests. I have some OPKs in here, just the one Foes, and then I have a bunch of just the cheap Walmart tests, and I actually picked these two up today. But I actually don't like those, really. It's more of if I get pregnant and I want to keep testing, they're there. Because Malachi Sebastian, because they really didn't show positive for me at first. You need to leave stuff alone, sweetie. They really didn't show positive for me early on. So, do not push that in. So, I got them anyway, just in case they come positive and I want to keep testing, because last time I did. But I picked up three first response, and I know this is probably backwards, but 3 first response and some saved $4 with the purchase of this product, online rebate. I don't ever do those things, but so there's that, and there's 3 of them, and I'm not sure that I'm going to be a fan of this whole new handle thing, since I think most of us just dip it in a cup, but okay, first response. So I got 3 of those. And honestly, I'm kind of to the point, like with TTC, most months I don't even test because I just know I didn't ovulate because I'm anovulatory. Even with losing weight, I'm anovulatory. Although I think I might have this past month, but I don't know. So, there's a good chance I'm not going to want to just sit there and decipher a line, especially if I'm, trying to pay attention to this little guy. Yeah, don't mind her dirty bathtub in the back. It's a mess. It's got stuff everywhere. Sorry about that. But just in case I don't want to decipher lines, because I've gotten really good about not testing until I'm late or until the day my period's due. So I splurged and got 5 clear blue digitals. No. You want the comb? There's a comb. That's all you can get. Okay. So I got 5 digitals, and they don't have like the conception indicator like 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. I'm gonna be on Femara. I'm not gonna need that. I'm gonna know how far along I am. And they didn't have that one in 5 tests, and I really wanted the 5 tests because I'm a piano stickaholic. You want the hairbrush? There. There you go, baby. So, this is what I got. 5 tests, 5 digitals, 5 cheap tests, 3 first response. So, I can almost guarantee that I'll take one of these before I take a first response, just because I don't like lines, because I have horrible line eye. I really do. It's horrible. Like, I see lines that aren't even there. So, yeah, I'm so optimistic that I bought those. But my biggest thing, my biggest thing from all of this is we prayed so hard for this, guys. And it's like going to the appointment today, there was so much that could go wrong, and everything went so right. And I knew right then and there that this was an answer from God. And I just knew. And even before this appointment, I've been saying to Mark and to Jessica, my friend, I'm going to get pregnant this year. I know it. I just have this feeling that I'm going to get pregnant this year. And I've actually been having dreams, like the same dream over and over again, that I'm in our garage carrying a baby girl to her first doctor's appointment with Malachi as a toddler still, trailing behind me. And it was so realistic. And so, I'm just like, I have this feeling, and it doesn't matter to me, boy or girl. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a girl because there's none in my family in my generation yet. Really, my mom has all grandsons. So, that would be exciting, but I mean, honestly, I'd be okay either way. Like 3 boys would be spot on. But it's in my dream, it keeps being this little girl. And in my dream, her name is Macy, which is so weird because Mark and I have been stuck on the name Misty for a girl. And I mean, we have names picked out, of course we do, right? Perpetual triers. And in this dream, her name is Macy. And so it's just, it's so cute. But anyway, so I've just had this feeling. And today, when it all went right, I was like, thank you, God. Because really, thank God. He's done so much for us. And the tests being as good as they were, and yes, they're still on the lower end, but hearing that we have a likelihood to get pregnant on our own was just wow. And the great thing is that say in 3 to 6 months we're still not pregnant with the Femaro, we now have a very, very less expensive IUI option. So with frozen samples, we had to do 2 back to back. With fresh, we would only have to do 1, and so it's half the cost. And it's like, wow, it's changing everything. So I'm so excited. And so when cycle day 1 comes, I will start officially TTC vlogging. If Thursday comes and my period hasn't come, I'll be doing a live pregnancy test. But I will keep you all updated. I'm so excited, and look out for another video of what we're taking. It's probably going to be bad quality because there's like no light in my kitchen, and it's the only surface I can set my stuff on that I know Mally can't get to it, and I will not even risk putting it somewhere else. Hey, baby. So that's what's going on. I'm so excited, guys. Oh yeah, beautiful little, because I had my AMH tested, so. When that comes in, I'll update you too, and then on the DNA fragmentation test. But for now, it's looking so good, and I'm so excited. And in 3 months, if we're not pregnant, we're actually going to go and have Mark's count retested to see if the fertility blend has helped. And that is purely for scientific purposes, because if it has helped, then, I can recommend it to you guys. So I'm excited, and I hope you subscribe and follow my journey. And say hi. Hi. Oh. Yeah, is that Mally? Oh, he's showing you his necklace. No, we don't put it in our mouth. We don't put it in our mouth. Say hi. Cutie pie. So, hi, guys. Say bye. Don't mind the mess. Bye. Bye.